Now that was some thunder.
Second snag of the day. This gold line that Charlie sent doesn't break as easily as that 40-pound high vis I was using. I might have to grab a stick to wrap around. I feel like I'm trying to break a braid every time with this stuff. Welcome back to M Hood Fishing, everybody. So I'm upriver at a very, very snaggy spot. I was here doing a session this morning, got here right as it started to pre-dawn. I was doing big baits, no weights, because this stretch going all the way up around on the other side of the bend on this side of the river is very, very snaggy. And I had no bites, hit snags. So it is 8 o'clock now. Morning is ticking on. There is rain in the forecast. The bite is gonna die here pretty soon. Let's go to a spot that isn't snaggy, see if we can catch some fish. We're gonna see if the bull shark are still there. You know where I'm going. But I did lose a lot of line here. Let's see how much I lost. Look at that. Don't have a lot of line left. I didn't bring any extra line. Let's see if I can do something. I got another rod over here too that we can fish with. Oh. This is what this spot looks like at 7.3. That's the river level today. Last time I fished this was on Friday, and this is a Monday. Friday it was 8.3, so the foot difference. Plus I think we're around low tide right now. And I have the wrong shoes on. Here we got a fairly good sized bait here on a 7/0 hybrid style hook. That's something between an octopus and a kale. I had some steel leader on me, but it's pre-made. We'll see how it holds up if there are gar or bull shark here like the other day. Over here I have a smaller rig, but this is like a 3/0 octopus style hook there with a piece of ribbon fish or cutlass, same thing. Only 2 ounces of lead. We'll fish that closer in. Over here, 3 ounces of lead. It's still thundering back behind us like in the beginning of the video at the first spot. I don't know how much time we have. Maybe a little, maybe a lot. Come out here as far as I can. Look at this. I'm already starting to sink. It's going to be fun getting a fish here. I'm not sinking too far. It's a good thing I took my shoes off though. Still able to cast a good distance even though I don't have a lot of line on here. It's not like I needed to cast far today anyway. It was so low over here. Oh, did you let go? You let go. Damn it. Gaff top. Guess we're gonna have to eat it, huh? I just threw this back out, and as soon as it hit the water, I noticed that there was something floating. Look at this. See it? See what's going on here? I snagged that big rope. This might be the hair that breaks the camel's back. Yeah. Welcome to my kitchen. No, I haven't already cooked. So when I got up this morning, I did my normal routine, walked the dogs after a cup of coffee, all that good stuff in the morning. And then I actually went ahead and made dinner for myself. So what I did was I made pork chops, I made peas and carrots, I made risotto. As you see, everything is warm right now. When I got back from fishing, I put everything on low to warm it up. So in here, we have the pork chops with some seasoning. It's right there, what's left of it. We're gonna pull those pork chops out of there here in a sec once the fish is cut and cook the fish and what's left of the seasoning. To some people that might sound weird, might even sound downright disgusting, but to a hardcore cook, that's just more seasoning. It's not like it's been sitting there overnight. It's just been a few hours. I thought about making a sauce out of this fish, a tomato-based sauce, but I'm just not in the mood for tomato stuff right now. Some people think gaff top is a garbage fish. I think they just can't get past the slime. But it's actually much more of a white meat than some catfish. Very tasty too. It'll take on any flavor you cook it with. Somebody's down around my ankles sniffing the ground. You need to get out of the kitchen, Tulsa. There she goes. She listens eventually. I bled this fish out there at the river, but there's still some blood. It'll rinse out. More blood than I thought there would be. Here we go. Kind of glad I did not catch a big fish at that spot. There was so much mud between where I could stand and where the water line was. I know if I had to go out there and land a big fish, I would have went probably up to my hips in that mud. It was so deep. There we go. What's left on the skin is just that red meat stuff. A little bit here. It's not that big of a deal though. All right, I've already rinsed the fillets. Now I've got this paper towel. I'm gonna lay that right there and that right there. And these are little bits that I missed that I cut off later. Pat them, flip them, just drying that excess water off there. Let that sit for a second, soak that water up. Get these pork chops out of here. Changed my mind. Let's make a sauce. Haphazardly cubing this up. I've already upped the heat to about a medium in the pan. All right, we're gonna push those off into that container there. Got some Seafood Magic here by Paul Papadon. Paul, I'm always saying his name wrong. Paul never mind. My dyslexia is pretty thick today. I'm gonna go ahead and nice sizzle going on here. Scraping the sides, keep the flavor down into the food. When you stir things around, it'll come up high and get stuck to the side of the pan. And the flavor will also get stuck to the bottom. We're almost there. This is just spaghetti sauce. If I wanted it really thick, I would have added some flour or some roux. Let's get some of that sauce on the risotto and some over here spilling out onto the pork chops. And here's my dinner. Yeah, you're right. I saw a comment recently. Someone said that I live and eat like a king. To that I say, no, I don't. Kings don't cook for themselves. This type of food here is pretty par for the course down here too. And this isn't the most complicated thing either. This is pretty simple. Pork chops, risotto, peas and carrots. There's a lot of people that do a much better job at a red sauce than me. I'm just taking it right out of a jar, and I'm not even adding roux. The risotto is out of a bag as well. You can take some instant food and make it look like you spent hours in the kitchen when I spent barely 20 minutes in there. And it tastes great. That calf top in the sauce, pretty good. Let me get a piece of pork chop here, if I can. Excuse me, let me go all wild here on you. I didn't bring a knife. Pretty good. It's a thin cut pork chop, so it doesn't take long to cook, but I marinated them in pork and veal magic with a little bit of grapefruit juice for about 6 to 8 hours in the refrigerator while I slept. So they're well and good tenderized. They're well tenderized is what I was trying to say. I'm actually starving. I could just sit here like always and just knock that off and finish it. The coonhound just came in here. She wants to help. I must have done good if you're bothering me about it. Yeah, you're right, guys. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.